If you know me, you know I love a conspiracy theory, so let's talk about the loudest one of the moment. The Dallas Mavericks have won the #1 draft pick in this year's NBA lottery. This comes just months after they delivered probably one of the most high-profile, strangest, and most incongruous trades of all time. Luka Doncic to the Lakers after having been in the finals just months before, citing the reason that he is not match fit. Literally, what are you talking about? So despite this shit show, the Dallas Mavericks have first dibs on Flagg, supposedly yet another generational talent, despite the fact they only had a 1.8 chance of snagging this victory. Look, I've seen other NBA commentators on YouTube being very careful to say, like, there is that chance it's not rigged. There is that chance, that 1.8% chance comes good. We're just going to operate under the assumption that it is indeed rigged. So I want to talk about this, but let's first zoom out. Let's create some context to what's going on here in the NBA. So first of all, the NBA takes place in what country? America, the home of corruption, okay? In this same year, President Trump has been axing pretty much every government official who is not proving to be compliant to his agenda. He's been releasing pretty much everyone associated with the January 6th riots, and he plans to continue to remove anyone in America who can arbitrarily be defined as foreign. So let's look at some context in the international sports world, okay? So FIFA, which is the international governing body for soccer or football, people have known these guys are corrupt for a long time, and the most obvious example of this was also recently when they awarded the World Cup, which is the highest stage of football. They awarded it to Qatar out of friggin' nowhere. And because of the climate and temperature in Qatar, they had to do it in December instead of mid-year, which has been the status quo for all of time. They did it mid-year, interrupting all of the major leagues in Europe. It's really hard not to view this one as corruption as well. Let's look at some context for the NBA. It's been known for a while that NBA ratings have been slipping year on year for a few friggin' years now, and the people at the top are likely panicking. Add to that, we see a precedent over the course of multiple years of the NBA draft seemingly rewarding teams for making poor trades with the Lakers. There's this one with Chris Paul that was awarded with a #1 draft pick. There's this one with Anthony Davis that was awarded with a #1 draft pick. And now there's this one with Luka Doncic, which, guess what? They're awarded with the #1 draft pick. There's a quote from around the time that the Empire of Rome was falling. Give them bread and circuses and they will never revolt. In this case, we're viewing circuses as sport, okay? Sport, even more so than religion, can be viewed as the opiate of the masses. It is your sanctuary of distraction if you are an American, and I think it is a sick little metaphor for the sign of the times that corruption is so obviously taking place in that sanctuary of distraction. There are these little sound bites that make the rounds on my social media feeds every now and again. There is this one that says empires typically only last for 250 years and America is about that age. There's this one that says the wealth distribution in France just before the French Revolution was actually less horrible than what it is in America right now. Corruption is part of your lifestyle if you are an American, and it's starting to bleed into every aspect of your life. When the Luka Doncic trade happened to the Lakers, this was so shocking that it jolted even me. I am not a NBA follower by any means, but yeah, hell yeah, I started paying attention after this. And this Flagg also has that jolt of shock to it. Yeah, I'm going to tune in to see what the Mavs do next season too. If we can assume this thing is rigged, then it's achieving exactly what it means to do, okay? It is bolstering viewership, it is increasing engagement, while also bolstering the poster child for the NBA, the Lakers, while also not completely alienating the fans of the Mavericks who have been completely screwed over. Cynically, they have been given a little carrot with which to stay invested. What's going on in the background for all of this is that sports gambling in America seems to be going out of freaking control. Pretty much every American YouTuber I'm subscribed to has had an in-video ad for some freaking gambling company I've never heard of. I'm not an avid follower of the NBA, but what I'm seeing from an outsider looking in is that it seems like if you are an NBA fan, you are being punished for loving this thing, okay? It looks like they're trying to extract every little bit of money they can from you via gambling, forcing that down your throat, while also rigging the dominoes so that all the biggest and most marketable teams have all the best pieces. In this sense, the NBA becomes a metaphor for America at large, okay? The hands of corruption come and corrupt everything that you could possibly love, and they are so confident that they're going to get away with it that they don't care about being obvious. People know. Every NBA commentator I know is at least hinting at the fact that it could be rigged. And yet, what can be done? The Mavs have Cooper Flagg, and the Lakers have Luka Doncic, okay? Let me know if you think there could be more to this theory, if you think there could be less to this theory, and if you want to see me yelling about another thing that could possibly be rigged, check out this video right here. I'll see you later.